We're now joined by Mark White, GBNews Home and Security Editor. Mark, thank you for joining us. A hugely dramatic breakthrough here. A lot of people feared he may have jumped the country. I think actually when I spoke to you yesterday, your suspicions were much more that he was still in the local area. You were proven right. How effective and impressive do you think this police operation has been?
Well, I think it's been a good police operation. They wanted to concentrate their search activity in the London area because they weren't convinced that he had left the London area. Of course, as any nationwide search is going to encompass, that does include ports and airports. So we saw all of the enhanced security at those ports and airports and all of the delays that ensued from that. But I think the police were still working on the theory that they believed he was in the local area until they heard otherwise. And I think what this does indicate, to me anyway, is that it doesn't look like he received any kind of help from the outside or any substantial help of any measure. The very fact that he was still really in that area of West and Southwest London more than 3 days on from his escape early on Wednesday morning tells you that there clearly was nothing organised in terms of getting him out of London, because that would be the priority. If anybody had actually arranged the escape, they would want to get him away from where that significant police activity was. Now, the police activity initially really concentrated on the area that bid food lorry took, the lorry that he strapped himself underneath as he left the gate undetected by those guards at Wandsworth Prison. And that took it right up to Upper Richmond Road, to the point where that was stopped. And of course, areas around there like Richmond Park got a lot of activity overnight on Thursday into Friday, and then, you know, called off on Friday morning. Then it was kind of back to the traditional sort of door-to-door inquiries, looking at CCTV from elsewhere on the route, until we got that dramatic news through yesterday evening of a confirmed sighting of him just before the Wandsworth roundabout, of him getting out or at least leaving that Bedford lorry and then walking down towards Wandsworth High Street or Wandsworth Town Centre. It was then obviously, Martin, and nothing was really heard until a bit later or well into the evening on Friday night, when the search activity itself switched to the Chiswick area, and then very fast moving overnight and into this morning with lots of police activity and multiple confirmed sightings of this man. Changed his clothing by this time. He was out of his chef's uniform, that white top and the red and white checked trousers, and was instead wearing a black baseball cap, clearly in a bid to hide his face, and other dark clothing, including dark bottoms. And he was spotted multiple times in the Chiswick area. The police responded en masse, and they got their man, according to Scotland Yard, just before 11 o'clock this morning.
Mark White, thank you for joining us on this dramatic day.